My name is Annette Hobbs Magier. I work at Independent Publishers Group. Previously, I was the sales and marketing director at Albert Whitman and Company.
When Albert Whitman came to us, they really came to us with the Boxcar Children as the brand to work on. And so really the excitement was about working with an established brand that has a long history, that's known nationwide. Pretty exciting to work on something that had been an important part of people's childhoods.
It was written by a woman named Gertrude Chandler Warner. She was a school teacher and she imagined this story of 4 siblings who lived in a boxcar. And so we're coming up on the 75th anniversary and I saw a real opportunity to take a look at the branding, freshen it up for a current market and audience. Branding wasn't something that we felt comfortable doing on our own, especially for a timeless brand. So we sought out professional help and we really liked what Cultivate had to offer.
We had to overcome this sort of old perspective on what the Boxcar Children were about and bring it into a contemporary context without losing that connection to the nostalgia that people had for the original series.
So the process was we came into Cultivate's offices with sort of a core group of Albert Whitman staffers.
So we're able to talk to Whitman about what's important about the Boxcar Children, but also find out sort of the history of the Boxcar Children, how the thinking about the book has evolved over time.
What the boxcar meant to us, what we all thought of when we thought of the Boxcar Children.
And then we literally did sit down and read, 8 or 10 different book titles, Boxcar Children titles.
And then Cultivate came out to our offices and presented their findings after sort of digging in. They read books, that sort of thing.
And it was out of all of that material that we were able to draw these conclusions and then use that as a platform for developing the rest of the book.
We needed to update the visual identity and the logo to something that was much more contemporary. Their existing logo and visual identity was very dated, used a lot of drop shadows, and we wanted it to be appealing to kids in a modern world. But you have a whole group of people who read these books when they were children. They have a lot of nostalgia for this brand. I knew that it needed to be something that had a little bit of vintage flavor, but be a little bit flatter and has that really high contrast look that is a little bit more eye-catching and appealing to children. We kept the outlines of the type a little bit imperfect, so it feels a little more hand-drawn, and that's something that also helps it to relate to kids a little bit more.
We hear back from librarians all the time that they're so thankful that we refreshed it because some of their kids would really love the Boxcar Children, but there's no chance they're picking up this old, outdated looking thing.
What's really interesting about the Boxcar Children is, as opposed to most series that take kind of a Scooby-Doo approach to children's mystery where there's a mystery and then the children uncover the mystery and then the bad guy goes to jail, the Boxcar Children were really trying to understand the people who were involved with the mystery. It was really about an empathy, relationships, and really about redemption more than it was about condemnation. So what we're able to do is we're able now to identify these themes of empathy and relationship and redemption and give the Boxcar Children kind of a new life.
So the tagline that Cultivate brought us as part of the brand strategy messaging, more than just a mystery. What Cultivate helped us understand is that kids like the Boxcar Children, not just for the mystery, there's more to it than that. Even if they can't articulate it or put their finger on it, there is more to it than just a mystery. Cultivate understood the secret sauce of these books and why they've lasted so long, and it was kind of snappy in a way that it made sense. Kids could understand what the intention was, but so could librarians and teachers and parents.
What I'm most proud of is that we were able to take something that people know and know well and still find something new to talk about inside of that.
We got to work on this very established brand and just bring a little bit more life and energy and youthfulness to it.
I still go to trade shows, I still see people and they're like, oh my God, thank God they finally updated the Boxcar Children, it looks so great. I've never once heard a negative piece of feedback on the rebranding. And the year that we rebranded, our sales were up something like 25 or 30% over the previous year's sales for all of Boxcar Children. I mean, it worked exactly the way we had hoped it would. Albert Whitman and Cultivate sort of have a relationship where they're working together on things. Post the Boxcar Children, we rebranded the Albert Whitman logo, which was a big deal. I'm proud of us for taking this step and exploring something new.